Okay, so there's this website called holliesquotes.com, and you need to click on sad love, and you pick a number between 1 and 70. And every day there is a quote of the day. This one says, Willie Nelson said 99% of the world's lovers are not with their first choice. That's what makes the jukebox play. So for me, I picked number 57. Okay, here's one. When you drop a glass plate or a plate to the ground, it makes a loud crashing noise. When a window shatters or a table leg breaks or when a picture falls off the wall, it makes a noise. But as for your heart, when it breaks, it's completely silent. You would think as it's so important, it would make the loudest noise in the whole world, even have some sort of ceremonious sound like the gong of a cymbal or the ringing of a bell, but it's silent. You can almost wish there was a noise to distract you from the pain. Here's another one. If I ever admit it to him, if I ever tell him how I felt for all those months, it would be a long time. It'd be after he's found someone, after I've found someone, it'll be discreet and brisk, casual conversation. The words will just pop off the screen or out of my mouth, or they'll just stand there in the air and wait for a response that'll never come. The question that will go unanswered is, did he feel the same? Here's another one. Sad Love 60. Because he isn't a major part of your life, or of course you'll miss him, it's perfectly normal. It's like getting a tooth pulled out after the dentist pulls it. You're relieved, but how many times does your tongue run over itself over the spot where the tooth once was? Probably 100 times a day. Just because it was hurting you doesn't mean you didn't notice it. It leaves a gap, and sometimes you see yourself missing it terribly. It's going to take a while, but it takes time, and should you have kept the tooth? No, because it was causing you pain. Pulling the tooth was the right decision, but it's going to hurt. Here's another one on Sad Love 60. And sometimes we fall in love with someone for all the wrong reasons. We still love them even after all the hurt, well, because sometimes and most times we can't think who we love. And even though we shouldn't love them, we do, and always will. Because there are just a small number of people in this world who will get us for reasons we can't explain, even when they shouldn't, or even when time has elapsed since we've last talked. Maybe I'm scared that the person that has meant so much to me for so long may actually falling out of my grasp, and there's nothing I can do to stop him. You can only push a girl away for so long until she walks out of your life on her own. So be careful and make sure this is really what you want, because once she turns around, she isn't coming back. Even though you've never been in love with him, it hurts when you feel your friendship pulling apart. It's hard to know that you don't mean as much to someone else as they mean to you. And sometimes, no matter how much he means to you, no matter what you've been through, your life is just that yours. And this is about you. Walking away isn't easy, but it's something you gotta do. So, in that glance over your shoulder, you take a snapshot in your mind that the one you always will use when you remember him. Signature stain, white t-shirt, jeans with holes, no matter how new they used to be, half-cocked smile with a slight arrogant glance. Tonight you'll feel like nothing has changed. In the morning this guy will be gone. The one you've been missing will go missing once more. She's been hurt so many times before you think it would be a routine by now. You think you wouldn't let it get to her, but the truth is she trusted you. Was I truly over him? At one time I was sure that answer was yes, but if seeing him again were merely touching his hand could peel back many layers of my heart, then did I ever stop loving him the way you're supposed to stop loving everyone but when you're with? And when she finally forgets you, don't you dare remember her. He thought time and patience would change me, and though I knew he was dead wrong, I also knew that I would let him try. He was my best friend, and I will always love him, and it would never be enough. Stephenie Meyer, New Moon. Ooh. Somebody signed on. Ooh. Evermore, I never meant to love him. One thing I truly knew in the pit of my stomach and the center of my bones, knew it from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet, knew it in the deep empty of my chest, was how love gave someone the power to break you. Never mind. Sad Love, your number from 1 to 71. Whoops. I guess they just added a new page. No matter No matter how hard you try to get over someone, you will still have that some sort of feeling for them, remembering the ways things used to be, how they are now. Sometimes hope that new person in their life was still you, and everything how it was used to be, erasing all bad things that happened. Time is just supposed to make things better, but in love it doesn't. Although we have been apart for a while now, and now different loves are in our lives, I still can't help wondering how your life is when I get you glancing at me. Can't but wonder if your heart still beats a little faster as mine does when I see you. Here it is. One day you'll love me as I loved you. One day you'll think of me as I thought of you. One day you'll cry for me as I cried for you. But one day you want me, but I won't want you. Even though I stopped liking you, every time someone mentions your name, my head turns right toward them. It's like every time I hear it, I think of what we could have had and all that could have happened that didn't. Nobody could hurt me like I knew he could hurt me, but there's nothing in this world I would want more. I like to believe that one day I'll wake up and not miss him anymore, and I finally understand that when he broke my heart, it was just for a reason. When I just don't understand, but when I do, I'll know that he messed up and not me. My hand's falling asleep. When I see you, I have a constant reminder that I can't have you. When I talk to you, I know that I will never be able to hold you. When I see you with her, I'm reminded of how lucky she is, and hope she knows that. I think this one I'm gonna put on Facebook. No matter what you do to me, I'm still here. For some odd reason, I stick around and put up with all your mood swings and unkind words. Just let your comments roll off me into a puddle of the floor on the floor. If I make up excuses why you didn't, if I make up excuses on why you didn't call, think of all the answers. I kept going back for more, even though sometimes you push me away. I don't know if I can do better, but do I really want to? You're too quick to push me down, and when all I want to be is brought up. When I walk out for good, when I really gain the strength I need, then maybe you'll see, maybe you can look back and say, wow, that girl really did love me. Don't cry over someone who wouldn't cry over you. How could I have been so blind not seeing that you only wanted to be friends? Oh yes, I know why, because you acted as if we were more than friends. You built me up to let me fall. Not help me back up again. Oh, and here I am on the ground crying over what could have been. My biggest fear is that I will become too comfortable with the idea of being alone for the rest of my life. I know you just want to be friends, and that's okay with me, but just please stop making me fall even harder. That's it, and I'm going to put some of these on Facebook, but follow me on Twitter, Banna _ Boo97, BANNA _ BOO97. So yeah.